Can you hear me? It's going to be like E.F. Hutton 2019. When I speak, people going to pay attention. When I speak, they're going to listen. If you look behind me, the storyboard is for Johnny Olszewski. It's about Baltimore rewired. It's about being black. We're talking about race and racism in 2019. I don't want nobody to say that they left out the loop. This is what we're going to be doing. All right? Y'all want to talk about the delegate, Marianne Lisanti, the delegate, and y'all want to talk about because she said the N-word, because she called out nigger? Well, let's talk about the black people that carry out that agenda. All she did is said that there are nigger counties. And those nigger counties was about mass incarceration in your policing areas. It was about stop and frisk and zero tolerance. She just told the truth about what's going on in Baltimore City and Baltimore County. She used the N-word because she's comfortable with that. They use it comfortable in a lot of different cities and a lot of different parts of Baltimore City and Baltimore County. Now, I got Johnny Olszewski involved in this because I told him this is about race and racism in your courts. Now, you talking about her using the N-word. Well, let's talk about the politicians that give racial inequalities in Baltimore City and Baltimore County. Let's talk about the media and how they participate in this. You feel me? So we're going to talk about this, and we're going to talk about it live. You feel me? Hold on for a minute. No, I ain't going to hold on. We're going to finish this. All right. Dear Delegate Lisanti, I am willing to stand beside you against the witch hunt. I've been making a movie about racism in those N counties that you were talking about. I want the real racists exposed in Annapolis. They have plenty of elected officials in Annapolis that have used the N-word, and a lot worse. Scott Shellenberger has racist practices in his office. You feel me? So you contact Scott Shellenberger, and you get all my evidence, because Scott Shellenberger kidnapped me February the 7th, 2011. That toilet was about racism in Baltimore County courts and their government. All right? So we're going to talk about racism in your courts and your governments, period. This is a deck of cards. This deck of cards is from Las Vegas. It's from Caesar's Palace. Because I was supposed to go to Las Vegas February the 10th. I was supposed to bury my mother. You kidnapped me and kept me from burying my mother. You feel me? So like I said, I'm going to pull your card. I've been to Annapolis for the longest. I'm going to pull your card. That's Johnny Olszewski. Oops, that's Johnny Olszewski. He got a deck of cards and he got a letter to the Department of Justice. We got a Department of Justice. I want the Department of Justice to investigate Baltimore City, Baltimore County courts. I want them to investigate your police department and your politics in the Democratic Party. I got 2 or 3 of these complaints with Internal Affairs Division. All right? You came in my house and put guns to my head. You put guns to my head and threatened me in 2010, long before I got locked up. Sitnor. All right? Y'all got this. I pulled your card and I gave you a card and I gave you a letter from the department, from Judge Bennett's clerk, David Kamenetz, asking for the Department of Justice, telling you that you already got my material. I'm doing this so we don't have no misunderstandings when I come to Annapolis next week. When I come to Annapolis for jobs and justice, and I might check the room and I see that and you see that toilet, you're going to know what it's all about. Like I said, Department of Justice. See the date? 2018. Department of Justice, 2014. Department of Justice. Department of Justice, 2015. And this is Rodney Hill from Internal Affairs Division. You destroyed all my property and my evidence against Governor O'Malley and the Democratic Party. You talk about race and racism? Yeah, I turned y'all in 2010. And in 2011, y'all called me a terrorist for doing it. I was insured. I have an insurance policy, and y'all got to deal with this insurance claim. Al Redmer has it. And we're getting ready to have that claim adjusted. It said, give me a trial, a civil and criminal charges to decide the clarity in this conversation. That's Chief Justice Chief Justice Turnbull. Like I said, this was about the courts in Baltimore County. Now you can go directly to Judge Cox and you can get my request for the grand jury. You can go directly to Judge Cox and get my writ of certiorari. You feel me? Because like I said, this is very detailed. This is a documentary about race and racism. And I'm going to show you where your racism exists. It ain't just with the delegate. It's in your politics. That's Scott Shellenberger. That's a racist. That's a straight up racist. That's Scott Shellenberger. And that toilet was about Scott Shellenberger. That's why he locked me up and charged me with terrorism and destroyed the evidence, because he was showing his racist behavior. He thought he was going to get away with it. No, he's not. When he comes to Annapolis, anything that Scott Shellenberger testifies for, I'm going to testify against. Scott Shellenberger is under a federal investigation for corruption and racism in his courtroom and his practices. And I'm going to name the judges, the lawyers that participate with Scott Shellenberger. Bobby Zirkin. We're going to talk about the Democratic Party and racism in the party. You want to talk about Laskini and Marianne? Well, let's talk about the N-word. Let's talk about the ones that practice that shit. That's Greg Bernstein, because I turned in Scott Shellenberger to Greg Bernstein on February the 2nd. 5 days after I got locked up. And I went and got my evidence from Greg Bernstein. I got Greg Bernstein on film. I got Marilyn Mosby on film. I handed you evidence to have access to the grand jury, and you denied me access to the grand jury because it's going to involve the Democratic Party. We're going to show racism in the Democratic Party. We all already know the Republicans is racist, but I'm going to show you the racism in the Democratic Party. Under Governor O'Malley's administration, like I said, I'm going to pull your card. We're going to show you that first video with that toilet when I started this. And I picked the chief of police. I picked the mayor. I picked the governor. Because to be the best, you got to beat the best. And you ain't beat me yet. You see me chase Chief Johnson? You see me chase Chief Johnson out of City Hall? You see me chase Governor O'Malley off the streets? You see me chase everybody that has something to do with my illegal incarceration out of the area. I even shut the media down. It's going to be Shorty's hit list. Mayor Pugh been knowing about this for the longest. So on tax night, I'm going to mic check the room like I did last year. I'm going to mic check the room and I'm going to say what I got to say about you to your face in front of everybody. Mic check! Everybody going to hear what I got to say about you. You've been shielding this since you was Senator Pugh. You took photo ops with me. You gave me your word, but your word don't mean shit. It's Michael Nearham. All right. City, county, state, and federal levels. That's your mayor. On December the 10th, 2010, I gave the mayor, Stephanie Rawlins Blake, I gave Commissioner Belfield, I gave y'all evidence to expose Scott Shellenberger and the Baltimore City Police Department on December the 10th. In front of everybody. You got me on film. WBAL filmed me handing you that shit. Y'all gonna have to produce everything that I gave y'all. And that's President Obama, because he asked for a full investigation May the 5th, 2008. I'm the subject of the investigation. So we're gonna go city, county, state, and federal levels. And we're gonna talk about the truth of the toilet. We're gonna show the role that the media plays in it. Kai Jackson, Marty, we're gonna talk about all y'all. You feel me? We're going to talk about being black and white America. And we're going to tell the truth about Shorty. Y'all made me famous for toilets. Well, I'm going to run with that shit. Because I'm getting ready to do puppet shows, dinner and a movie. We're getting ready to have conversations about rats. And we're going to see if Shellenberger rats you out. Yeah. Y'all made me famous for toilets. Well, here goes another one. You feel me? Here goes another one. You feel me? Y'all made me famous for toilets, so we're going to build toilets like you build a bear. And every social issue that we got, we're going to put that toilet in the middle of the mall. We're going to put that toilet in the middle of Towson. We're going to put this toilet everywhere. Anywhere we got an issue on social justice, we're going to have some social shit. Y'all made me famous for toilets. I'm the king of this shit. You feel me? I'm the tidy bowl man. We're going to clean this shit up. You feel me? The tidy bowl man. We're going to talk shit with Shorty because you voted for these motherfuckers. You voted for these racist people. So we're going to talk about race and racism. The toilet don't care if you black, white, straight, or gay. A toilet take your shit every day. The toilet ain't nothing but a prop for a movie. The movie called Let Us Design. But in 2019, for the rest of the session, we're going to talk about race and racism. Race and racism in Baltimore City and Baltimore County courts and your Democratic Party. If you're a member of the mob machine, you subject to me putting that camera in your face. Live feeds, the most powerful tool you can use. Click, aim, and shoot. Copy and send. I got 13 storyboards that you took from me. 13 movies you took from me. $2.5 million that I lost in lost wages. A $54 million lawsuit. A $2.5 billion class action lawsuit. And I got it all on film. So does Shellenberger. So does Governor O'Malley. So does the Department of Justice. 2019, we're going to get justice. Not going to just be us. I'm going to see you in Annapolis, and I'll see you at the Councilman Quirk's event tomorrow. I'll see you at City Hall tomorrow when you confirm Commissioner Harrison. And I'm going to hand Harrison some information since he said that if I give him evidence, I'm going to give him evidence of corruption and racism. And we're going to see how he act when I hand it to him. Because Johnny Olszewski said bring the Department of Justice here. I want him here, the criminal division. Mike, check! You made me famous. I'm pouring nameless.